Operation Epic Fury.
President Trump just changed the rules in one of the most dangerous waterways on Earth. The commander-in-chief has ordered the United States to shoot and kill any vessel caught laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz. Let me tell you that again. Shoot and kill. No hesitation. That's not a vague warning. That's a direct order from a president who's done playing games with a terror regime that has threatened Americans for decades. Iran's talking big. Its operatives are testing limits. Now the Trump administration is making it clear that the next hostile move could be their last. The question tonight is simple. Will Tehran finally get the message? Now, why should you care about a shipping lane halfway around the world? Because the Strait of Hormuz is one of the arteries of the global energy market. If Iran mines it, attacks tankers, or scares off shipping, Americans feel it at the pump, businesses get squeezed, supply chains tighten, and our enemies profit from chaos. It's exactly why President Trump's order matters. It protects commerce, defends American strength, and tells every hostile actor watching that the era of weakness is over. According to CENTCOM, U.S. forces have already redirected 33 vessels since this blockade began. That means this is not theoretical. The operation is active, disciplined, and already reshaping traffic in the region. Then came the interdiction of another tanker tied to Iran. The stateless MT Majestic X stopped in the Indian Ocean. Translation: the Trump administration is not just drawing red lines, it's enforcing them. Militarily, financially, and strategically, America's back in command, and the terror sponsors, well, they know it. And while we're talking about strength, recovery, and taking back control, let me tell you about something that changed life inside my own home. This is something deeply personal. You see, for years, my wife battled chronic pain and anxiety from her diagnosis, endless doctor visits, treatments that didn't help, and watching her struggle daily, it broke my heart. And then Jonathan Otto introduced us to red light therapy. Her pain vanished, her anxiety lifted, and now she's sleeping soundly, full of energy and life again. My recovery and vitality better than guys half my age. Now, it's been truly life-changing for us. Backed by NASA research, FDA-cleared technology, studies show rapid pain relief and real wellness benefits. If you want to feel stronger and recover better, go to myredlight.com, use NNN25 for 25% off individual items, or NNN30 for 30% off bundles. That's myredlight.com. Go to it right now. Let's get back to the story. Because what President Trump is doing in the Gulf, it is the same principle. Confront the threat, cut off the damage, and restore the strength. See, here's the part that media don't want to say out loud. It's not just a naval operation. It's a cash strangling campaign against the world's top state sponsor of terror. Secretary Burgum said the point is to deprive a terrorist organization of revenue. And he's right. No efforts means no easy money. No exports means no easy money. No easy money means less funding for proxies, missiles, and anti-American terror. Now, the blockade is not random, of course. It's targeted, deliberate, and designed to break the regime where it hurts most, in the wallet. President Trump ordering the U.S. Navy to shoot and kill any vessels caught laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz, delivering a forceful warning aimed at safeguarding one of the world's most vital shipping corridors. That's the headline from Newsmax. Shoot and kill ships laying mines in the Strait. He laid down the order. Any boat caught laying mines gets taken out. Here's another post from the president on Truth Social. Iran is having a very hard time figuring out who their leader is. They just don't know. The infighting is between the hardliners, who have been losing badly on the battlefield, and the moderates, who are not very moderate at all, but gaining respect. Is crazy. We have total control over the Strait of Hormuz. No ship can enter or leave without the approval of the United States Navy. It is sealed up tight until such a time as Iran is able to make a deal. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Not just talk. CENTCOM says U.S. forces have already redirected 33 vessels since the start of the blockade began. They are doing the work. It's moving. Ships squeezing. Tehran's operations Secretary Burgum explains why this is more than a naval play. It's an economic chokehold on a terror regime. Here he is on Fox Business.
Point here is to deprive a terrorist organization from revenues. And as the report just before I came on, if you've got millions of barrels of crude, Iranian crude, that are out on the open sea right now, they could be sold for a premium at this time. And if that money can somehow make its way back through the financial system, that's how they keep paying for the terror that they're waging on their own people and around the world. So again, Scott Bessent, Operation Economic Fury, the United States' ability to control the dollars flowing back. It's not just a physical blockade. This is an economic blockade. And again, brilliant on President Trump's part. Accomplished the military objectives in 38 days, less than 6 weeks. Now apply the economic pressure. The world is already a safer place than it was 2 months ago, thanks to President Trump. And again, I'm super optimistic about where the world is going to be going coming out the backside of this.
And so are we. The mission's simple: cut off the cash that fuels terror. Sarah Huckabee Sanders enters to chat. I love Sarah. God, I love her so much. I will never forget her days in the press room during the first Trump administration when she took blow after blow from Jim Acosta. And then seeing her become governor. Man, I went to her governor's ball. I went to her inauguration. It was just an honor to be there. I was invited by her to attend, and it's just beautiful to see her as a governor now. But here she is. She's talking about the Iran conflict. Kind of a rare moment to see her come out in this respect. But as the governor now, she carries a lot more gravity.
The big pieces that's being left out of the conversation and that people are seemingly forgetting is that Iran has been the #1 sponsor of terrorism for decades. And they have killed Americans. Everybody wants to say that this is a war that Trump started. I think it's a war that he's ending. It's been going on for nearly 5 decades, and we finally have a president that is standing up and fighting back. As somebody whose parents are living in the war zone, do I like the activity that is happening? No, but I'm glad that we have somebody who's not going to let Iran continue to take American lives, continue to threaten people. I think that it is crazy to forget this is a group that not only has taken action, but they continue to state that their biggest mission is death to America, is to kill Americans and to remove our existence. When your enemy keeps telling you that, at some point you have to believe them, you have to fight back. I'm glad we have a president who's doing that. I hope they come to a swift and fast resolution and bring more stability to the Middle East than we have had in decades, because it's far time that we stop allowing our enemy to dictate all of the rules of the game.
You know, as I'm watching her weigh in on foreign policy, suddenly I'm reminded, you know, she was the press secretary, now she's governor. And, you know, when you see moves like this, I mean, what about running for president? It just kind of dawned on me. What if she all of a sudden became a candidate? You know, she uses the governorship as the springboard into a presidential run. It just kind of dawned on me. Maybe that could happen in the future. Wouldn't that be something else? From press secretary to governor to president of the United States, first female president. That would be something wild. Anyway, I love seeing her. It warms my heart every time. Total vindication for what Jim Acosta did to her. So she's spelling out Iran has threatened America for decades and Trump's fighting back. And now we have this, the IRGC putting out some propaganda of them seizing a ship and what their Navy has turned into. It's honestly sad. It says open source intel. And you can see one of these fast attack boats on screen here. This is what President Trump said. He's going to just destroy all of them. Keep trying, boys. This is the video. They got the epic war music playing in the background. Their tiny little boat going up to a huge anchor. Open your door! We are coming toward you! Right? Look at those big baddies climbing up that ladder. Oh, they're all masked up too. They look like terrorists. Oh, they got it. They got it. Look at them. Oh, they got big guns, too. A tiny little baby boat. Like a dinghy. Yeah, so, of course, they're putting out their propaganda. They're trying to scare us. Good luck with that. For the chest dumping, the IRGC video looks more pathetic than powerful. Even so, the top brass is back making wild threats against the U.S. and Israel. IRGC Chief Hossein Salami just issued another wild threat against the United States. We are fully prepared to make the Gulf of Oman a graveyard for U.S. Navy within hours. There will be no U.S. bases or existence of Israel after the next phase of the war. Mullahs are talking tough while their economy collapses and their ships get stopped. President Trump and the U.S. military are not intimidated. Nope. So while the mullahs talk tough, the U.S. military keeps acting. Next up, another tanker tied to Iran gets boarded in the Indian Ocean. This time it's the Majestic Axnick Sortor, posting that the U.S. military interdicted another oil tanker associated with Iran transporting oil through the Indian Ocean. Here's some video of that moment.
Vessel Majestic X, we intend to conduct the boarding of your vessel.
Wow. Note the contrast here. All right, we have Black Hawks taking over a tanker, and the Iranian Navy has like a little dinghy, and they have to climb a ladder. No, we repel from Black Hawk, bitches, okay? Nice try. You just seen another interdiction, another hit on Iran's oil lifeline. Now straight to President Trump with the order that sets the red line in plain English. I have ordered the United States Navy to shoot and kill any boats, small boats, though they may be, their naval ships are all, 159 at the bottom of the sea, that's putting mines in the waters in the Strait of Hormuz. There is to be no hesitation. No mines in the strait. Shoot and kill any boat. Small boats like the one you saw in their sad propaganda video. And of course, then came the knockout blow. President Trump declaring any boat laying mines in the Strait of Hormuz is to be shot and killed with no hesitation. That is what real deterrence sounds like. At the same time, the White House highlighting Trump's point that Iran's naval assets have already been devastated, with their ships at the bottom of the sea. So while IRGC chief blusters about making the Gulf of Oman a graveyard for the U.S. Navy, the reality looks very, very different. Their propaganda videos look pathetic. Their oil routes are being squeezed and their vessels are being stopped. And their threats are colliding with American firepower. This is not Trump starting a war. As Sarah Huckabee Sanders put it, this is President Trump ending one that Iran has been waging for nearly 5 decades. So bottom line, President Trump is doing what weak leaders refuse to do. He's defending a vital waterway, protecting global commerce, choking off terror financing, and telling Iran that American patience is over. This is America First leadership in real time, not apologies, not hand-wringing action. The regime can threaten, they can posture, they can pump out propaganda, but the facts are brutal. For Tehran, 33 vessels redirected, another tanker interdicted, and a direct order from the President of the United States that any mine-laying move could trigger lethal force instantly. That's peace through strength. And the world is safer because President Trump is back in the Oval Office. If you agree, share this report everywhere and comment below. Simple yes or no. Should the U.S. Navy destroy any vessel caught threatening the Strait of Hormuz? Make sure you subscribe, tap the notification bell, check out the Next News merch shelf below this video, and most importantly, text raw feed to 844-840-4963. That is my secret telephone number and code we set up just for you to bypass the algorithm suppression and get a direct message from me to your phone. We'll see you at the next report.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this. Share this now.